What's going on? Today we're going to take a look at my Corvette. Now, if you remember, I put the new wheels on it and it looks great. However, what I'm dealing with is a little bit of the off-road blues. As you can see, I've probably got about 2-3 inches of gap here, the same on the rears, and I think that it's time that we lower this down. The great thing about a Corvette comes from the factory, able to be lowered. Let's get started. Alright guys, I'm ready to get started, and as you can tell, I am not going to use the quick jack this time. I'm going to use a jack on each side, and I'm doing this for the reason that the quick jack can't go as low as this with the pucks, and once I start lowering this down, we're going to have a little bit of a problem, and I didn't want to have to try to figure out how to get the quick jack out of there. So the low profile jacks, I'm going to do each side, so basically the rear will be up and then the front will be up, but I wanted to come up with and figure out what we're starting with here. So as you can see, we're about 3 inches. I know people are loving that I'm touching my paint with the top of that, but I'm barely doing it. 3.5 inches there, so that's pretty good. Over here in the front, I think we're going to be about the same. Let's just take a look. Yes, 3 inches in the front. So, and you can see what I'm seeing right there. So I want to take it down and be about half of that on the front and the rear. As always when doing this, safety first, so wheel chalk going over here in front so that won't move. Got it right there. Everything looks good. I've got another jack on this side and making sure that I use the jacking locations for the Corvette. Those pucks go into little slots and then it allows you to jack it up, and I'll show you that right now just in case you're wondering what that looks like. Perfect. Now we'll be able to lift that rear up, take the wheels off, and then I will show you exactly what to do to lower this car. Alright guys, in the rear it's pretty simple. Basically, we've got this one nut here, which is a 13/16, which I don't have a wrench for, so I'm going to use this adjustable wrench and put it around there. And then directly below here, let's see if I can get to it, right here, there's an 18mm bolt, and basically all I'm going to do is go counterclockwise, and this is going to continue to go down. I'm going to pretty much leave like 3 threads, so it'll be half the distance that it was, maybe a little bit lower but not much, and I will show you that as soon as I complete that task. Wish me luck. So this is a really simple process. The hardest thing is actually holding the bolt because, well, it's pretty tight. But you can see I've got about 3 threads left up there. So that makes it really easy to measure for the other side. I'm going to do this process on the other side, and then the rears will be done. Then we head to the front, which are a little different, but not too bad either. All right, let's get going. All right, guys, with the front wheel off, I found out something, and I'm not too happy about it. So this is the bolt that you would use. It's a 10mm bolt. However, notice that it's almost all the way up. That means somebody's already lowered this, and you do have to support the spring in the front so that it'll take the pressure off so you can actually unloosen this. But mine looks already like it's already all the way up. Usually when you see them, this is actually touching, so all of that space is what has been lowered already, and I've still got a 4x4. Now the backs don't look like they had been touched, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I might try to put a 10mm on here and see if I can get any more out of it. I'll let you guys know. Alright guys, so I played with it a little bit more, and what I found out was this. I'm going to show you a picture of the lowering bolt from the front. Alright, right here you can see that this bolt touches and goes all the way down below the spring, and then it kind of touches right there on the A-arm. Well, that rubber bushing on the bottom actually gets seized to it just after time, water, debris, and everything. So you kind of have to break it loose. Once you break it loose, super easy to turn that bolt. But what I was coming into contact with is it was stiff at first, and I didn't want to put too much force and break it. I finally put a little force, and I thought I broke it, but then I realized that it's supposed to spin freely. So super easy to do. I still don't think that the front lowered as much as the rear. Alright guys, I'm going to give you a quick before and after, and you remember the before, which I'm showing you right now, and here is the after. So you can see that is definitely much lower there. And then in the front, about 1/2 inch lower. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. A quick how-to lower a C5 Corvette. I did run into a few little problems. Hopefully this will help you out. If so, make sure that you like, subscribe, share the video. We'll catch you next time. So much better. So much better.